years. My name's Spider anyway. Come up from Lower Hutt for the day and been here for many, many years. I think this is the first time I've ever walked into this place and actually turned the heater on in the commentary box. It's usually quite okay here, and often you're needing a bit of cooling in that, but going through Foxton it was 8 degrees, and I guess pretty well I'm preaching to people mostly outside who actually know what's going on out there. So she's as cold as a mother-in-law's kiss, and interesting, it might look a little bit fine out there, but just as I turned off the main road between Sanson and Palmerston in towards Fielding, there was actually spitting on my windscreen. So I don't know, I don't see any depth in the clouds today. I've looked at the weather forecast. We're pretty in for a good but cold day, and right now we got race 1 out there under action, and this is the Intermediate Trophy. 8 laps, 10 laps for the next race, 8, 5, 6 and 5. So we're varying in the lap numbers, and 3 rounds today. So the Intermediate Trophy's out there at the moment. I've just arrived. I had a few things to deal with at home before I got here, so I'll just have a look. And Neil Chappell qualified on pole position with Roger Castro there in second place, followed by Uriah Ryken, Todd Ackroyd, Colin Terry, Tarvin Walker, Chris Beams, Richard Markham Barrett, Jason Dawes and Kyron O'Neill. That's the top 10 in the qualifying out of 15 competitors out there, and see 2 of them actually did not score at all in the qualifying session. So whether I'm not sure, I haven't been around the pits, I've just driven in, sort of signed in and got my program and ready for action. So right now we've got an 8-lap race out there on front of us. And is Neil Chappell even out there? Because I didn't, yeah, Chappie, no, a DNS on the Mead Speed 600 on the number 15 bike. So the fastest qualifier, unfortunately, not out there on the field. Going to have to see what we can do about the screen. It's reasonably good, but it's only showing me some of the information there. So best lap time's up there. The last lap time's not there, but I'll go and see the Tim Gibbs and Joan Gibbs shortly and see if they can compress my screen for me so we can bring up some proper information there to keep you up to the pace. The best lap's always good, but it's always nice to know what someone is doing right at the moment. And we had a gap of 1.4 seconds between first and second there, between Roger Cathro and Uriah Ryken on the 57 machine there. That is over up to 2.8, so it already looks like that Roger Cathro is showing us the way around the track. And on this 3-cylinder Yamaha, a 600cc that's been chopped down from 4 cylinders into 3 cylinders, and a beautiful sounding motorcycle. I've done this with Yamahas and Suzuki's. I don't think I've seen a Kawasaki on the track in New Zealand in this configuration. And interesting, there was one of these bikes down at Invercargill for the Burt Munro Challenge last year, and Guy Martin, a legend from the UK, was down there, and he just couldn't believe what they'd done to it. He'd never heard of that principle before. It was I'm trying to think of the first person that done it here in New Zealand. Was it Chris Osborne? I remember taking a trip up to one of these winter series before I was commentating the full season, just to hear one of these machines going. I just wanted to hear. I got a bit of a soft spot for 3-cylinder 4 strokes. I'm not a big fan of 2-stroke noise. I guess it back from the Marlborough Series days when things were so damn noisy with the old TR500s, TR750s, and even the RGs and TZs. Yes, they sound good, but they were so noisy. But what happened in the Marlborough Series too is a guy called Graham Crosby came along, and that guy was an absolute hero. I think he only ever had one race win at Whanganui, but him on his street modified Z1R, first of all Z900, then Z1R Kawasaki, just thundering it around there, a lot of time on his back wheel, just sliding the thing all over the place. And it's the top of the Grand Prix bikes of the day. And the sound of the 4-stroke got into my head. But back to what I was talking about a 3-cylinder bike. It's you know, you hear. I guess you hear a lot of twins, you hear a lot of 4s, you hear a lot of singles. Triple's different. If we had everything was triple, and then we went back to listen to the odd twin and odd 4, we'd probably favour them. But certainly the triples are great. So a 2.8 second gap there has opened up to 5.1 already. Roger Cathro is quicker than his qualifying time. I guess the track's warming a bit. I guess he's warming up a bit. I wonder how many bikes out there have got heated grips on them. Roger Cathro qualified on a 1:17.7. He's now doing a 1:16.4. The quickest qualifying was Neil Chappie, 1:16.9. So Roger is quicker, and hopefully Neil Chappell can get back out there. And no idea what's happened to him. No idea at all. Not even going to speculate. It's a good battle going on between Uriah Ryken and Richard Markham Barrett there, coming onto the front straight as we halfway through the race, 4 laps down, and here they go down the front straight, 57, followed by number 3. Now their lap time, their best lap time is just 10,000ths of a second different. Some people come along to this meeting and say, oh, I'm not going to the Vic Winter Series, you know, the racing's not that good. And I tell you what, we're already today talking about 2 riders within 10,000ths of a second. And right now on the track, they've got about 7 bike lengths, if not that, as they go through turn 3 here at Manfield, the left-hander through the S's. So remember last time, the battles all day long were pretty damn good. You might have the odd person escaping out the front, as we see Roger Cathro doing. 16.5 or just below 16.5 is quickest time, but right now those 2 bikes in second and third, you can see them up the centre straight, 57 blue and white, and the Richard Markham Barrett Speed Junkie colours with the black and orange. We go back to 4th place, and it's Wongnews Todd Ackroyd on an S3 650 Suzuki. Couple of classes out here. There's the Intermediate Trophy and the Superlight bikes out on the track, and the first of the Intermediate Trophy ones is Tarbin Walker, who's moved up into 6th place where he was sitting at 7th. So looking out there, Todd Ackroyd goes into that big Go Media sweeper there. Further back down the back straight, it is Colin Terry with Tarbin Walker, and we've got 2 bikes having a bit of a battle. That'll be Luke Miller and Chris Beams. Chris Beams, I think, is on the Honda 400. Yes, the NC30 VRF 400. One of the beauties about coming to a regular series is you start to pick up on the colours of bikes. It's often not the case at the other meetings where I'm doing just one off. But never mind, those guys going down the front street, followed by 91. Looks like the Rizzler colour type of thing. The RG250 of Jason Dawes from Wanganui, supported by Whitelock Suzuki. So 5 laps down and 3 to go. Just have to cast my eye out there and see where I can see the lead bike, in fact. And just looking out there where I can see the lead bike. Sorry, folks. Just got to get my bearings here, and it'll be coming onto the fronts. No, it won't be. It doesn't look quite fast enough. There's a bike down there at the hairpin with the yellow flag out there. Now, I'm going to wonder who this is. I'm not going to speculate at the moment, but we're just having a look for Roger Cathro. It's not Roger Cathro. It's a blue bike there. I didn't bring my binoculars up. They are down in the car. There's Roger there. Okay, I did suspect maybe it might be the number 57 bike, but I can rule that out, because here he is coming along the front straight, and still that battle is relatively close between Uriah Ryken on the 57 machine and Richard Markham Barrett there. They are going into turn 1 here at Manfield at the China corner, and Markham Barrett closes right up in behind them on the 690cc KTM. Ryken is riding a Suzuki GSXR 450 as well. So the battle moves quicker and quicker. Still haven't bettered their best lap time, set in lap 2 or 3. Most of the top 5 riders set them early on in this race with 6 laps, 3/4 of the race gone. Just got to have a look out through the program, and we'd better give some credit towards the sponsors as well. It'll be here at Ctas, text-to-web systems. Have a talk to Grant Collingwood in between races. He's here all the way from the Waikato filming the day, and you can look at the day racing any time you want to in the future for the next 100 years probably, and indeed any footage he's ever done is now available free. It used to be that after the race meeting you had to pay $2.50 a race, or you had to pay $10 for the whole day. It was well worth it, but he's freed that up. And incidentally, if you're looking for older historical footage, you know, back 3-4 years ago, the majority of it is available, but some of it is just not there on the free-to-air stuff. And all you got to do is send Grant Collingwood a message, and he will unlock that for you. It takes him a little bit of time. It might take you half a day to get round to doing it. He is a businessman, and if you want some particular historical footage, be it the National Series, be it any of the smaller meetings he's covered, just get in touch with him. Right, I'm going to go back into the turn 3 to have a look at this battle on the final lap for 2nd and 3rd place between Uriah Ryken and Richard Markham Barrett. We do see that going into the Higgins corner there, here at Manfield, is Roger Cathro there on the lead bike, sponsored by RS Motorcycles from Lower Hutt. So I don't think we're going to see a change for 2nd and 3rd position. They're still maintaining the distance. I haven't seen Markham Barrett poke his nose in front of the GSXR 450 of Uriah Ryken. There is a lapper coming down this back straight. and they may come across that. So I don't think this battle's going to change here. Go back to 4th place, and it is Tarbin Walker. Todd Ackroyd. Todd's coming out of Higgins at the moment. Here we go, Roger Cathro, the first win of the day. And the best lap of a 16.271, so just over 2 seconds quicker than anyone else. Hopefully he'll be mixing some other riders out there, and there's the battle for 2nd place there, and the gap is 0.268 of a second. So it did go to Uriah Ryken. He did stay there in 2nd place there, with 3rd place Richard Markin-Barrett. Todd Ackroyd goes through there in 4th place, and looking along the big sweeper there, it looks like a battle coming out there between Tarbin Walker and Colin Terry. They've been hammering it out most of the race long. Tarbin is on the number 13 bike and just takes it ahead of Colin Terry. So very close between these guys too in terms of quickest lap, about less than 20 thousandths of a second. So 20 thousandths of a second. Uriah Ryken actually set his quickest lap on lap 8, 18.238. So did